Barça! Barça! Barça!
Hello and welcome here to Talk SCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. Hope you're all enjoying the international break. Isn't it just kind of boring right now? But look, today we have some Barcelona news. We are going to be going through some things because on international break, everybody likes to talk. Everybody likes to talk to papers, local media, and you do get some very interesting interviews and snippets from players. So today we are going to be talking about a current Barca player, a former Barca player, a Barca player that's out on loan, and also a potential Barcelona player. So there's lots to discuss today. Let's do this. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Let's get on with it. And we will start with the current Barcelona player, which is none other than Arturo Vidal. And now this is not something that's happened just once. You know, we haven't just heard about Vidal's frustrations just the one time. It has been reported quite a few times now over the past few weeks. Vidal feels like he's on the periphery of the squad. He's very close to getting that starting role, and he's expected it to come. But Valverde has not given it to him, and he has been one of those players who has gone away on international duty, and he has been talking to the media, and it has now been widely reported back in Barcelona. He was basically asked, you know, was he happy? He's obviously made the move to Barca. How was he feeling right now? And he replied with, how can a player be happy when he doesn't play? Clearly very, very frustrated with the lack of minutes, the lack of game time, but I think more than anything, he wants to start games more. He doesn't just want to come on for the final few minutes in games as a sort of hatchet man. He wants to show that talent from the very beginning, just like we saw really when he started against Athletic. And even in that game he was subbed off, but he was very, very good in that game and very good in our midfield. And this isn't the first time, like I say, that Vidal's frustrations have been reported, but it is the first time that we've heard him say in his own words that he isn't happy right now with either Valverde's decision making or just his life at the club. And he did play down though the angry social media posts. There's been a few things on social media. There was a few angry emojis, you know, distributed here and there. He also called somebody on Instagram a Judas, which was liked by Marc-Andre ter Stegen, but he said that was nothing at all to do with football. He said, if I had a problem with the coach, if I had any problem at all at the club, I'd go and speak to them face to face and have it out right there and then, not on social media. So he did play down those social media posts, but it's going to be interesting to see how this develops with Vidal, because he does seem to be going very much head to head right now with Ernesto Valverde. He wants more minutes. Is Valverde going to give into this? Is he going to start playing him more? Or is this actually going to work against Vidal? Is Valverde going to resent him more and more and more? And are we going to see him pushed out and frozen out altogether like we have seen so far with Malcolm? So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. But Vidal right now, anything but happy. A player who is happy right now though is the player on loan from Barcelona, and the guy that we are going to talk about is of course Paco Alcacer, and he is absolutely delighted right now with his current form, with the fact that he's playing football, and he is loving life at Borussia Dortmund. He was sent on loan there of course for the current campaign, and he has taken the Bundesliga completely by storm. I think it really suits his style of play. I think he's enjoying playing week in, week out, and having the faith of the coach, having the faith of the club. He is already not only the top goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund, but the top goal scorer for the entire Bundesliga, and that's despite even starting a game yet. And the stats surrounding Paco Alcacer in the Bundesliga right now really are nothing short of sensational, because they tried to sort of ease him in. Favre, the coach, is sort of giving him a bit of a role where he'll come on and just ease him into the team, into that forward role at Dortmund. And he scored 6 Bundesliga goals. He's the top goal scorer. He has played just 81 minutes in the Bundesliga for Dortmund, and that works out at just 13.5 minutes per goal scored. That is incredible numbers right now, and like I say, he's really enjoying life there. He scored 6 brilliant goals in the Bundesliga, and that includes an emphatic hat-trick last weekend in a 4-3 victory, and Paco Alcacer scored the winning goal with the last kick of the game, a sensational free kick from distance, and he's really enjoying it. He was speaking this week after he was included in Luis Enrique's Spain squad to play Wales in England, and I am actually looking forward to seeing Paco at the Principality Stadium as they play Wales tomorrow night. That should be a good one, and he's just really enjoying his football. He's happy to be there, he's happy to be playing, and he said he's a very, very happy man right now. And that begs the question really, should we have seen more chances given to Paco at Barcelona, especially when you consider Luis Suarez right now in a bit of, in and out form. He's not been incredibly consistent in every single game. He's 31 years old, and we are now looking to the future, who is going to step in long term to that striking role. And surely we should have seen more consistent opportunities given in to Paco to see if he really could become our number one striker in time to come. Because I think during his time at Barcelona, I never ever saw him given a consistent run in the team. I'm talking about game in, game out, having a run in the team where he can gather some momentum, gather some flow. It never ever happened. He was thrown in and out. He'd play one game, he'd score a goal, then he'd be out for the next 2 weeks. You can never gain any momentum like that, and I just think we should have seen him more often in a more consistent period, because every time he was thrown in, he did get himself a goal, he'd get himself 2 goals. He's a very, very good finisher. And you know the worst part about all of this? Even if the club didn't count on Paco, even if they regret signing him and they're thinking, okay, it's time that he left the club, no matter how he played at Dortmund, we should have been looking to make a profit on the 30 million that we paid. But no, the board, for some ridiculous reason, has set his buy option at just 25 million euros, which in today's market is absolutely nothing for a man who's currently Germany's top goal scorer. He's a very good forward in the right system, game in, game out. When he has minutes, he will score goals, and that 25 million, as long as Paco gives the all clear, Dortmund have got their man. If they deposit that 25 million, there's nothing the club can do about it, and I think that's a massive, massive mistake on our part, and it's going to be really interesting to see how he develops at Dortmund this season. If he continues that form, it is going to be a steal at that price, and for me, it's a big mistake on our part. And now time to discuss the former Barcelona player, a man who's also pretty happy right now with the decisions that he's made in the past few years, and that is none other than Thiago Alcacer, who's spoken out this week again, players going away, talking to the media. He's spoken about leaving Barcelona, his feelings about that, and also a potential move that we discussed in the summer about a move to Real Madrid. And firstly, he said that he was very, very sad that he had to leave Barcelona. He didn't really want to do it back in 2013, but he felt at the time like that was the only way to be happy and do what he loved doing, which was playing football, getting minutes on the field. And he said that's basically what he went to Bayern to achieve, and he's done that. He is playing more football. He did start playing straight away, and that's what he wanted to see. He did say though that he was very, very grateful for his time at Barcelona. He enjoyed it. He enjoyed the people. He enjoyed growing up there and going through the system. But he just said at that very time, in 2013, he didn't feel like it was going to come at Barcelona. He felt like he had to leave to gain those minutes. And like I say, when he was talking to the media here, he was asked about that potential move to Real Madrid, which was very heavily rumoured over the summer. Thiago was linked to Real under Lopetegui, of course, who coached him at Spain, and it was believed for a while like Thiago could end up in the white of Real Madrid, but Thiago said that wasn't going to happen. He basically said that even though he respects Real Madrid at the team, he doesn't hate them, but he just said out of respect for Barcelona, where he's come from, who he's played for in the past, he didn't want to enter all of those implications of playing for both clubs. He wouldn't go down that road, and that for me, coming from a player who we do respect in Thiago, that was good to hear. But now on to the man who could potentially become a Barcelona player in the future, and potentially even the very near future, Matthijs de Ligt, the Ajax centre-back, who I all think we agree is got a massive, massive future ahead of him in the game of football. He is still only 19 years old, and yet we've already seen him, be around at the top level in Holland for over 2 years now. He's played Europa League, he's played European football, he's still only 19, he's got loads of experience already, and he is a phenomenal centre-back, and I think he's really gathered the attention right now of every major European club. There is no team out there right now who would say no to this man, and rightly so. He's young, he's talented, he can play out the back, he's very comfortable with the ball at his feet, which I think right now is a trait that more and more coaches in elite teams want to be seeing, and above all of that, he is a very, very good defender, which at the end of the day, that's why he's there. And we saw all of those characteristics, all of that fantastic quality and talent in de Ligt. We saw it just the other week as Ajax went to the Allianz Arena, they played Bayern Munich, and they did brilliantly as a team there, Ajax, and the man at the back who was leading all that was Matthijs de Ligt. Phenomenal display, brilliant defensive performance, and it wasn't only that, he stood up at the Allianz against Bayern and he led that back four. He led that team as a 19-year-old, the leadership qualities that he has from the back, the way that he plays with the heart on his sleeve, he is a phenomenal, phenomenal talent. And with all that considered, it is not a great surprise to me that Barcelona want to sign this man. According to MD and Sport this morning, he's on their cover, he's inside the paper, there's a lot of column lines on him, and a lot of people, of course, want to see this man at Barcelona, and I'm not surprised at that. He is a massive, massive talent. But what's surprising to me is that both papers in Spain this morning alluded to the fact that Barcelona could actually move for de Ligt in the January transfer window. They say there's big concerns right now over Samuel Umtiti. We don't really know exactly what the injury that he has is. It's not been fully diagnosed yet, but it could be a serious serious one. There is a chance that City could miss several months with it, and that leaves us short in defence. There's the form of Gerard Piqué. He's not been consistent lately. A lot of individual errors. That's not what we want to see from our leading centre-back. And of course, Thomas Vermaelen himself can pick up injuries as well. He's not always the man you want to rely on when you really need a defender. And Longley is still, of course, a new signing, new to the team. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether Barcelona do go and act in January. Because like I said, so many teams are interested. We might need to act now and act big to get this man. It's going to cost us. He's going to be a very, very expensive acquisition. But I think right now, Ligt would be a massive addition. And in terms of the future, he's going to pay back that transfer fee. He is going to give you quality service for over 10 years at the centre of that defence. I think personally, he has got everything you would want in a Barcelona defender and a Barcelona centre-back. What are you waiting for? Get him now. So that was basically today's news from the world of Barcelona, guys. Please let me know your thoughts down below with all the topics that we have discussed in today's video. Even though it's the international break, we're still looking for topics here and still looking to make videos keeping you guys updated. So thank you, as always, for joining me. I will see you with more very, very soon. But until then, as always, Vasca El Barça.